Well, guys, I found out this new company that, hold on a minute here, got my phone charging. Oh my God, guys. There we go. This new company I'm working for, I'll be lucky I get a 30 cents raise. And it'll probably be at the end of the year. They give out raises anywhere from 10 cents to 30 cents. Like, wow, a whole 10 cents. Boy, that's going to really change my life. You see, this is why I am all for unions. This is why you need unions with big companies. Okay? Because a union will make a good union now, a good strong union will make sure that you get a living wage. Okay? Meanwhile, these companies are making hundreds of millions of dollars and they give their employees spit, a bag of spit. So that's what I found out. My this company's gonna give us anywhere from 10 cents to 30 cents an hour raise. Sometime during the year, probably at the end of the year. I found, I'm not going to show you this, but this is my very first W 2 from when I started. I started at $10.60 an hour. Okay. In 2015. That's what I started at. In 2015, I got $10.60 an hour. I now make $27 an hour. But that was because of the old company. They would give us, so they would actually give us two raises a year. We'd get a raise around like right now, and then we'd get another raise. We'd get a 50 cents an hour raise around February or March. Then we get another 50 cent an hour raise before Christmas. I went from 10.60 an hour to $27 an hour in almost 10 years, 9.5 years. Apparently, that's not going to happen with this new company. See, around Allegheny County, guys, you can't make. There's no money here. You're lucky if you can just survive here. Okay. The strongest union we had here was the Steelworkers Union, and you know what happened to that. And that's another way of you can make America great again by bringing the unions back. The unions will make sure that the employees, a good union now, because some of them aren't good. Okay, some of the unions ain't worth a crap. Like Labor's Union 1058, I used to belong to that when I worked for the city of Pittsburgh. They're not worth a crap. They took $78 a month. They didn't do nothing for anybody but feed them a bunch of BS. But a good union will stick up for their employees and make sure they get a fair wage, a living wage. So I'm a little upset right now. I'm very, 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 very upset. Okay, I'm gonna sign off a little bit. I'm gonna come back. So I'm making about, let me see, I'm making about $60 less a paycheck right now, which is it's nothing. And this year, guys, I'll be 64. I'm going to try to work up to 67 or 68 years old, so I can get my full amount of Social Security. And then with my pension money, I'll get very little of that. It's going to be like $200 a month, or I could cash out the entire sum, but I'll have to pay tax on it. So I'm going to accept the couple $100 a month, and the way that works is they have to give you that until you die. That's how that works. But when I retire, we can't live here because the property tax here will take almost all our money. We'll have to live on a. If we stay here, it's going to be a very very tight budget. When I retire, my Harley has to be paid off, and the Jeep has to be paid off. They both got to be paid off. So, you know, like I said, this is why I'm all for unions, but it has to be a strong union. Okay, it can't be a union just takes your money, they don't do nothing for you. Let me close that blind backer. Now, have you heard Trump say one word about unions, about trying to bring unions back? Not one word, brother. Not one word. You know, a lot of you, man, you just, I don't want to call you stupid, but you are. You're just stupider than a bag of hammers. You fall for it. You fell for it. It's like this mission to Mars bull. Mars is a dead planet. Okay, there never was life on Mars. There will be life on Mars one day, maybe 2, 3, 4, 500 million years into the future. But sending a crew to Mars to colonize Mars is one of the most ridiculous things that there can be. It's a complete waste of. As a matter of fact, it's a waste of life because the astronauts aren't going to make it. I can tell you right now, they're going to get killed on the way to Mars because God don't want that. I believe in God, and I believe God's going to stop them from even reaching the planet. But you hear these people saying, "Oh, when they watch the Starship lifting up, oh, we're going to go to Mars." You know what? You are brainwashed. Ain't nothing there. I'm all for making a moon base, putting a military base on a moon. But guys, there's so many things here on Earth that need money. It's like the money that you put toward a mission to Mars, if they put that toward desalination of water, okay, that'll help people, turning salt water into drinking water.
I know a lot of things, right?
Boy, good thing your tail didn't get underneath the wheels of this chair.
Ray, I know you by now, okay? I know you.
I shocked her.
I know
I
you.
love you so much. You can't move because the chair's in the way. Your toes are wet.
Okay, there I go.
Clean up between them. Clean up. We're cleaning up between them.
One leather bag I have.
She's like, what is he doing to me? He's crazy.
Fart.
What the heck is this human doing?
And everything
But I
else.
like him, whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I tried to squeeze it to where the heart thing from passing.
Keena, do you love me? Do you love me and mommy?
Yeah, my heart is in
Keena.
right? So, welcome to my world.
Oh.
I'm Jude, and,
Okay.
you've been
So you love me, right? Hmm?
Yeah.
We got to send some more money in on that vacation.
I know.
We have $1,600 to go. Going to be the last one for a long time. Maybe the last one. I don't know if we can go back down there again, Keto.
I just have a husband who wanted me to keep me alive.
It's got to all get cut here. We got to take you to the groomer.
Yeah, I know.
The groomer going to. The groomer will clean your eyes, cut a little bit here, give you a nice shower. They'll wash your face too.
I know this wrong off my heart.
Oh, I love you. You know that.
Being a dude, tell them that you enjoy too. You should know I know my music is
Okay. Oh, that's hard bending over like that, guys. Kick on her belly, something like that. That is rough. I have about 100 people blocked on Facebook because the reason why I have some of the people I have blocked, I blocked them for good reasons. No, Robert, I didn't block you. I have no. I'm not going to do that. I blocked my sister, or excuse me, I can't call her that. Let me take that back. Well, you know what? I don't want to tell you guys her name because she might, even if I even say her first name, she might sue me. So I'll call her on YouTube, Sis. I blocked Sis. I blocked her husband. I blocked her son. I blocked her daughter. I blocked her husband's children. I blocked one of my neighbors. I blocked my old neighbors. Um, some people I work with, I blocked them. I blocked some of my cousins. Matter of fact, I blocked all my cousins because none of them want to talk to me. None of them like me. The reason why I blocked Sis and her entire family and her husband's entire family is because if you're gonna say something to me, you say it to my face, or you call me up on the telephone and say it, or you write me a letter. You treat me like you treat your friends, okay? If she wants to talk to me, she's going to treat me like a human being, not like some kind of a rapist, or not like some kind of a some kind of a person that she doesn't trust. Okay. Right now, off the top of my head, Sis has 4 ways that she can contact me. She can contact me through YouTube. All right. She can go on Facebook. She can make up a different profile to contact me on Facebook. She can call me. She has my cell phone because when you Marco Polo with people, you do it through. It's based on your cell phone number. Okay. And just like I know her cell phone from her profile on Marco Polo, I'm pretty sure that she can find mine. Okay, that's the third way. Fourth way, she could write me a letter. But no, she didn't choose to do that. Instead, she chose to treat me like some kind of an arch criminal. Okay. You know, I'm gonna only communicate with my only sibling through videos on Marco Polo. And you know what, guys? I had enough of that, and I feel better that I had enough of it. Okay, if you're going to talk to me, you treat me like a goddamn human being, not like I raped your children, because I never hurt her children. Matter of fact, I didn't do nothing to her children, and I did nothing to her. And this is why I like these animals far better than people. And I will literally move to Alaska for this dog right here. I'll move to Alaska in a damn cabin, in a dry cabin with no electricity and no freaking plumbing for this dog right here. Because people have treated me like crap throughout my life. They treat me like pure crap. My father used to call me an effing thing, but he used to say Fuch. He used to call me an effing thing. My mother used to call me a lunatic. I'll bet you, I'll bet you I'm what's called a, I bet you I was a pull-out baby. You know what a pull-out baby is, guys? When you have intercourse with your lover, and right when you know you're getting ready to ejaculate, you pull out. Okay, and maybe a drop goes in, and that's enough. That's enough to make a child. I think that's what my father did. I don't think they had any intentions to have a second child, which I'm the second child. Sis was the first child. So that's what I think. I think I'm what's called a pull-out baby. I was a pull-out baby. I wasn't wanted, and I wasn't planned. See, my mother and father had sis. She's 4 years older than me. Okay, so this is what I come to realize. By the way, I'm making a video. This is what I come to realize. You figure you're the only child. Okay, your parents' first child, so the very first child gets most of the love because when a couple has a baby, it blows their mind. It's the greatest thing. For me, it would be that too. For me, it would blow my mind. It would be like, the whole world has stopped revolving just for me. So naturally, you're going to treat that little baby with the most love that you possibly have. And so basically that's how she was treated since she was the first baby, the first child. She was given a lot of attention. Okay, now 4 years later, here I come. Here I come into the world. I'm taking a lot of the attention away from her. And on top of that, I was a boy. I was a dude, which she probably wanted a sister. Because if I remember correctly, and the one thing I do have is a dang good memory. Thank God. And I remember sis saying that I never wanted a brother. I wanted a sister. I remember her saying that. Just like I remember her talking to her children at the top of the steps over here. And I was coming up the steps from the basement, and the door was closed. She didn't know I was coming up the steps. And then as soon as I reached the top of the steps before I opened the door, I heard her say to her two kids at the time, they were like 4 and 8 years old, "Don't treat grandma and grandpa like Uncle Vincey treats them." So she turned them against me at a very early chump of changing age, guys. She turned them against me at a very young, halsmatic age. And I didn't do nothing to them, guys. I was afraid to say anything to them. I was scared to buy them a Christmas present because it might be the wrong thing. Sis and her husband might disapprove. I was scared to talk. I was scared to talk to them. I was scared to say anything to them. But that's what happened. I come along, the second baby, and I took tension away from her. She didn't like that because so they probably spoiled her. But I bet you any amount of money, I was a pull-out baby. I got all the names, guys. I know them all, man, because I've been around. I know them all. And you ask yourself the question, why is your life, if your life's like this too, okay? you ask yourself, why did God make my life like this? It's supposed to make you a stronger person. But let me tell you something. It does in a way it doesn't. What it's done to me is I have so much hate in me. The amount of hate I have in me is as big as the county that I'm living in right now. And I admit it. I have a lot of freaking hate built up in me. I have hate for the people that have did me wrong. And y'all out there in YouTube land, mark my words. If I ever get on top, if I ever become a rich homie, I swear to God, there will be hell to pay. With money, that's what you can do. You can have revenge with money. Okay? You know how you have revenge with money? You buy friends and you give them all kind of nice stuff. You buy them homes, you buy them cars, you give them money. That's how you buy friends. And that's how you have revenge on people that you're not going to give money to. And they see you giving all these people this money, they're going to say, hey, I'm family. Why aren't you helping me out? Hey, I heard you hit the Powerball for $35 million. Are you going to give us some money? You know what you say? You remember what you did to me? You ain't getting nothing. You ain't going to get a plug nickel. You ain't getting nothing from me. But these people here are my friends. They're getting money. That's how you get back at people with money. That's the best revenge there is. My wife's brother, my wife's brother died. To this day, she still doesn't know how. She still don't know how he died or what he died from, because her oldest brother is holding her information back from her. He also had daughters that had babies. My wife wasn't included in none of it. We don't know the names of these children, how much they weighed, what they look like, if they have two heads or four arms or no arms or what. They left her out of all that. My sis did the same thing to me now. Her son had a baby. I'm left out of it. I don't know. Well, I know the baby's sex because I looked on Facebook before I blocked them. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't even know that. But you know, guys, so like I told you, I'm the only sibling. I'm the only sibling. Okay. What does it take to write a letter? Say, hey, I just want you to know that you have a great uncle, or not you have a great. I just want you to know you're a great uncle. Blah blah blah. I can't say his name either because I get sued for that too. Blah blah blah. Had a child. It was born on this day. This is the name. This is the weight in the hospital. But see, I'm not part of their family. Okay, I'm not part of their circle. So I'm out of it. And I don't care no more, guys. It takes a long time and it takes a lot to get to the position I'm in where you no longer have good or bad feelings for these people. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long, long time. It takes decades. And I have been left out of her circle for over 20, could be 30 years. I lost count. So I had no longer have any feelings, good or bad. And I'm telling you people this so you can learn from this. And if you're going through the same thing, you may actually now be able to understand the way that you have to go. Because I'll tell you right now, guys, if if you think things are going to change, if you're having problems like this in your family, you think things are going to change, you need to look in the mirror and call yourself a fool, because it's not going to change. These times that we're all living in right now, this is the era of hate. I'm convinced of that. Okay? America cannot be fixed. The problems that exist in the United States right now cannot be fixed. No matter what anyone does, they cannot be fixed. It's going to change possibly over a period of 100 years. That's how long it's going to take for anything to get any better. Ain't nothing going to change. They're going to try to brainwash all you fools out there more and more and more with stupid little brainwashing techniques that you're going to probably fall for. They're going to try to take our freedom of speech away. That's currently what's happening right now. Now you got to watch what you say. With all these people being fired from government jobs, I look at the comments on some of these videos that you see, drain the swamp. Oh, thank you, Mr. President. It's about time, Mr. President. What you don't understand is this is going to directly affect the economy. So, like I said, guys, what America is broken right now. Just like the relationship between me and sis, it's broken. It cannot be fixed. There's too much damage that's been done. Too much hurt. Same thing with the United States. There's too much hurt's been done. It cannot be fixed. Now about the Harley, I was thinking of removing the saddlebags and the sissy bar and the luggage rack. That's what I was saying. I hate that parts laying around. That's it's. I kind of like I had an idea of that. The reason why I want to do that is that way I can just throw my leg over and I can get on the bike a lot easier. Because if my leg gets hung up on the rear fender, I'm going to have a Charlie horse in my hamstring, which they are, guys, they are excruciating. I took the passenger seat off the Harley, and I put that that Mustang piece of studded leather over the rear fender. I got that on right now. But even with the passenger seat off and that piece of leather on, the sissy bar still gets in my way. So if I do that, I have to get dress bolts for the fender strut. And I was wondering if any of you ever took the luggage rack off of your Heritage. Now, what I'm worried about is the fender going to drop. That's what I'm worried about. Does the fender drop when you do that? Because if it drops, I'm going to scratch it. So I'd have to possibly support it with like maybe a scissor jack or some kind of a jack if it does that. But that's what I was thinking of doing. I was thinking of removing the saddlebags, leaving them off permanently, and taking the luggage rack off. But see, then you're going to still have the passenger floorboards on there. Then what's the sense of taking all these parts off? Then I'm gonna have them laying around. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it up like it is right now. I have the saddlebags on it, and I have the Mustang leather going over the rear fender. So it's supposed to be warm this whole week, but it's not going to be warm enough to ride, and there's still a lot of salt on the road. All that got to get washed off. So, hopefully, once March is over, I'll be able to take it out for a ride again. And this year, I'll actually be able to go to some events because I don't have to worry about the bike not starting like the big dog was.